An 8-year-old girl's brave question about her sick brother stops President Trump in his tracks. His heartfelt response leaves the crowd in tears. The community park buzzed with excitement as President Trump stepped out of his motorcade, surrounded by Secret Service agents in their crisp black suits. It was a sunny afternoon, and the park was filled with families who had gathered for a special event, a meet and greet with the president to celebrate a new healthcare initiative. Children waved tiny American flags, parents snapped photos, and a small stage with a podium stood ready for Trump's brief remarks. But for one little girl in a pink dress, this wasn't just a celebration. It was her chance to ask something that had been weighing on her heart. 8-year-old Emily stood near the front of the crowd, clutching her mother's hand. Her blonde hair was tied back in a ponytail, and her big blue eyes were fixed on the president as he approached the rope line to shake hands. Trump, in his signature navy suit and red tie, flashed a wide smile, waving to the crowd. "Great to be here, folks." "Really great," he called out, his voice booming over the chatter. The crowd cheered, and Emily's grip on her mother's hand tightened. "Go on, sweetie," her mother whispered, giving her a gentle nudge. "You can do it." Emily took a shaky step forward, her small frame barely noticeable among the taller adults. But as Trump reached her spot in the line, she raised her voice, trembling but clear. "Mr. President," she said, her words cutting through the noise. Trump paused, looking down at her with a curious smile. "Well, hello there, young lady," he said, his tone softening. "What's your name?" "Emily," she replied, her voice small but steady. The crowd around them quieted, sensing something special was about to happen. Trump knelt down to her level, his Secret Service details shifting slightly, but staying close. "Emily, that's a beautiful name," he said. "What do you want to tell me?" Emily swallowed hard, her hands fidgeting with the hem of her dress. Then, with all the courage she could muster, she spoke. "My brother Tommy, he's really sick," she said, her voice cracking. "He needs a special doctor, but we can't afford it. Can you help him?" The park fell silent. The crowd held their breath, every eye on the little girl and the president. Trump's smile faded, replaced by a look of genuine concern. He glanced at Emily's mother, who stood nearby with tears in her eyes, then back at the girl. For a moment he didn't speak, his hand resting gently on her shoulder. "That's a very brave question, Emily," he finally said, his voice quieter now. "You love your brother a lot, don't you?" Emily nodded, her eyes welling up. "He's my best friend," she whispered. Trump took a deep breath, his expression softening even more. "I'll tell you what," he said, his tone firm but kind. "I'm going to have my team look into this right away. We're working on making healthcare better for families like yours, and I promise we'll do everything we can to help Tommy." A soft gasp rippled through the crowd. Emily's mother covered her mouth, tears streaming down her face. Trump looked at Emily again, his eyes warm. "You're a very brave girl for asking that," he added. "Braver than a lot of grown-ups I know." Emily's face lit up, a single tear rolling down her cheek. Without thinking, she threw her arms around Trump's neck, hugging him tightly. The crowd let out a collective, "Ah," and a few people started clapping softly. Trump chuckled, patting her back gently. "You're a special kid, Emily," he said as she pulled back, her smile brighter than ever. Trump stood up, adjusting his tie, and turned to the crowd. "This is why we're here, folks," he said, his voice carrying across the park. "To help families like Emily's. We're going to make things better. Believe me." The crowd erupted in applause, some wiping away tears of their own. Trump gave Emily's mother a reassuring nod, then waved to the crowd one last time. "Thank you, everyone. Really fantastic," he called out, before heading back toward his motorcade, his Secret Service team guiding him through the cheering families. As the black SUVs pulled away, the park was still buzzing with emotion. But for Emily, the day had changed everything. She knew her brother had a chance, and that was all that mattered. If this moment touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible moments like this. Drop a comment below. What would you have asked the president? Let's keep the conversation going.